Alright, hey there everyone, and welcome to Corey Loses, where today we are going to be doing a live episode of our Community Challenge playthrough. So, in the last few episodes, sorry, I'm just going to make sure Twitch is actually working properly. There we go, it is. So yeah, in the last episode, we kind of extended this way. We are trying to take over these last few planets down here, and that'll allow us to not use so many fleets down in this section. And eventually we'll be able to spread up this way. But we're essentially closing in on the New Republic right now. So we are hosting the stream on both Twitch and YouTube. So if you prefer one platform over the other, you can go to whichever you prefer. And this is also the first of two streams we're doing today. Later tonight, or at 3 p.m. EST, we're going to be doing the Ascendancy stream. So there will be a community match going on in that. That'll go from about 3 p.m. EST to 5 p.m. EST, so it won't be especially long. But we will get into it here. There are a few changes I'll need to make after this episode. So there are a few patrons who pointed out that the fighters coming out of their ship were either incorrect or might be incorrect. So I'll have to check into a couple of those. And there are still a few, I think there's one or two Twitch subs who have their ships that need to be added. And a lot of people have been asking about a lot of other ships, like the viewerships, especially dreadnoughts. There are over 400 ships that were requested, and even if I had the dreadnoughts coded in right now, they would not be on the build bar. They'd be way over here, so I'm not coding them in until we actually have room on the build bar for extra stuff to build. Like, I'm basically queuing up whatever I can.
Unit in production.
So Sketch again, Hot Dogs,
Vehicle in production.
Fenris, and Cinder Twin.
Unit.
And we can get Bleeding Sun, Corey Wins, the Pastry,
unit.
and Fake Dreadnought. Unit. So we've got a bunch of Munificents, a bunch of Dreadnoughts, and a couple other classes of ship that are still being added. But anyways, and I kind of went over that at the start, that with so many units that are requested, I can't get them all in at once, just from a workload perspective, and just the fact that we can only build so many ships. There is a chance that some ship classes may not even show up. But, anywho, we will get going with the invasions here on Ithor. So, oh. That sucks. I really wish you could more effectively group select like that. Here.
Mauler ready.
Rather than having to move stuff out of the way. But we'll go in on Ithor with XCOM.
Invasion commencing.
Yes. Can do. Right. Got it.
We'll send them into, I think there's a sensor array in this section
Moving
now.
out.
So we'll get that. And we'll get one of them up here.
Heading out.
Oh, it's right there.
Ready. Yes, sir.
Not even that far in.
Right away. Affirmative. Moving ahead.
This playthrough is going in this. I suspect the recorder will lose. Will be running
Enemy
as guards.
forces ahead.
We actually had a lot of commandos
Heading
requested.
out, sir.
So like Storm Commandos, New Republic Infiltrators, that kind of thing. So those, I'm assuming, won't be quite as useful.
Turret constructing.
In.
Like, they're not awful right now,
Let's
but
move out.
they're not fantastic. That's going to be something that becomes more useful after a lot of the ground
Ready
works.
to roll. Let's go.
But yeah, there's something like 50 dreadnoughts to add in space, and probably as many commandos, like, not of any individual kind, but
Keep going.
all together between infiltrators, storm commandos, and I think even a couple Phalanx Commandos, but those tend to be less popular. Also for me, the 2.2.3 version has made a bit longer for battles to load. It's really not fun. That actually has nothing to do with the mod. That wasn't 2.2.3. That was the official patch put out by Petroglyph. That is one of the things that makes it so the way they handle saves are different now. That's why you will no longer have the issue of crashing when loading a save unless it's for like it's from a different mod or something like that. You won't have the saves that delete themselves, and you won't have the issue where the memory limits get overflowed and you can't load the save anymore. So unfortunately, not something we can change, but it's also not something that was caused by the mod. It's generally a worthwhile trade-off too, because it means that your saves won't just explode on you anymore.
Acknowledged. I'll follow your lead. Destination set. We're right behind you. Awaiting orders.
Yeah, there's a lot of E-Web teams too. They're not all together and declare the Katana fleet. That has been a popular suggestion, so I'll probably end up doing that if and when we are able to get to them.
Guarding the rear. Order acknowledged. Yes, Commander. Course set. We can cover you. AT-AT ready. On my way, sir.
There's a barracks out here.
Transfer coordinates. Firing. Open fire. Attack position. Armor transport ready.
There's a volume knob kind of thing on my keyboard, and it hasn't been working, so I think I'm going to need to restart my PC at some point. And I never do that.
T2B over. On it, sir.
Makes me sad.
Commencing attack.
Alright. Let's,
Bomber standing by.
move this up.
Commencing bombing run. We've sighted them. E2B, copy. Roger that. As you wish, General. We've got your back. Right away.
Okay. They're still coming at us. Nothing's in real danger of dying.
I copy.
These guys are a little close. Is that the Spaghettinators or the other one? Yeah, Spaghettinators.
Form up.
Right, so these ATSTs are gonna start coming towards us. I was hoping we'd get to this before then.
Copy.
Capture that.
Ready for command, sir. Armor standing by. Course plus.
Back off a little bit.
Target in range. I copy. Heading out. Uplink action. Heading to
Nope.
coordinates.
Don't just stutter at him.
We've secured a landing zone.
Reporting. Fallout.
Stutter step at him.
Adjusting navigator. Yes. Weapons armed. Yes.
Bellator or Executor, and there's a Haven Raid fleet in it. I just like Bellators better for anything. They look cooler, so that's all that matters, right? Hey Duke Mimington. You know, suggested making a hero summon 10 Drana, Dreadnought someone like the one with the Karma.
Reporting. Let's move out. Come on, men. This way.
Alright. You can pick your perfect fleet. What would it consist of? I don't know.
Yes.
What are they doing? Are they...
Support order acknowledged.
What are they fighting? Can I get like 7,000 ships? 60 ships? 60, 70,000 fleet ships?
Moving to armor ready. I've got him in my sight.
That's too many. Back off.
Advancing. Orders received.
Bombing run available.
Yeah, they're dead.
Bomber squadron reporting. Initiate bombing run.
Please remember you have the single unit retreat in space. When we have tried to use that ability in this playthrough, it hasn't worked. So
We victorious.
Thanks, Low Object. Appreciate it. We lost XCOM and probably one of the...
Planetary control.
Nope, we still have Ghidorah's Lance and Spaghettinators, so we just lost XCOM. These are... no, those are space units. But that does mean more of our ground stuff, or more of our space stuff has reunited, and it feels so good.
Mauler ready. Assault frigate here.
Flying blind. A fleet full of quasars with Air 5 fighters for the New Republic. No, I haven't done the Nova Cruisers yet. There's actually only your Nova Cruiser. That's the only one there is. There was only one Battle Dragon and one Nova Cruiser requested. Thumbnails Pokemon Reborn. Sometimes that seems to happen. Like, it'll show up normally for some people, but for other people, it'll use the thumbnail from the previous stream, and I'm not sure, like, if I should just upload the thumbnail and wait even longer between doing that and, like, scheduling the stream, if that locks it in or something. I'm not sure. It's weird.
Moving to coordinates.
Target locked. I've got them in my sights.
At least when I originally made the spreadsheet, there was only the one Nova Cruiser.
Coming back around for another.
There might have been one requested since then, but yeah, because there was still 1 or 2 days after that, but I only remember there being one.
Picking up signals.
Getting a lock. Intercepting. I'm on.
Planetary control achieved.
Hey. Oh, so one of the things that, now that the patch is out, it does mean we can re-add, like, the map preview, so you don't just have to look at whenever you go to the planet info.
Tactical battle imminent.
Oh, nothing, or what are you doing? Nothing, or the giant petroglyph lizard? Uh-oh. Oh, that was just an alt tab. Thank you for the stupid notification there, computer. Is that going to be possible to play two of the warlords of minor factions against each other in skirmish, or something impossible to change? You should be able to play any of the factions in skirmish. There's some weirdness in multiplayer, where sometimes it'll throw up an error if you have certain faction combinations, but even then it should work sometimes as well.
Hypervelocity cannon firing. Reinforcements en route.
But when that issue happens, seems to be out of the mod's control.
Garrett Commander here.
As far as we can tell, it seems to be somewhat random and out of the mod's control.
Hypervelocity gun available.
It was happening with everything for a while, and then it stopped, and then we thought we knew what like what variations and stuff would not work, and then that seemed to no longer be true. So basically it's just try it, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work kind of deal. If we find anything that allows it to work differently, then it should work. But I've never had the error come up in skirmish, just in multiplayer.
The lasers. Engines activated.
For another attack.
Sir, I've got him.
Come about. Charge laser cannons. Attacking. Reporting.
Our space station is under attack.
Understood.
Ready for action.
I think the interdictor is probably going to do more damage than
Firing.
the MTCs. you add planet preview, will it add how we can place units, or just well, you should be able to do both. If there's a lot of files, and sometimes the previews get extracted wrong, so there will probably be a few where it's not properly extracted at first, but in general the intention is to have it so that you can do all that stuff.
I have them now.
IPV reporting.
But yeah, Duke Newington, the
I'm on them.
so ever since
I got one.
Awaiting command.
Petroglyph got, I think probably since they got Forge Battalion out into
Enemies in
early access, they've been working on another patch, or starting another patch. Included in that is we sent them some information on the save freeze. Like, I uploaded a crash log for them and they fixed that. So no longer
Reinforcements.
will you get like most of the way through the game and then suddenly you try to load your save and it crashes. Except if the mod if the mod build updates,
Hypervelocity gun available.
incorrect files or changed files will still cause issues. Asterisks. They also fixed a bug with Luke's Lucky Shot ability and something else. There we go. Let's see if we can grab more. USS Enterprise D.
Unit.
Porkin's Revenge, Captain Cricket,
Unit.
The Works,
Unit.
The
Unit
Victorious.
in production.
And let's get more straight. Alpha
Unit in
Striker,
production. Vehicle
Antic.
in production.
Ultimatum, Astolfo
Unit in
Beanblushy,
production.
and Crowsman.
Constructing
This was actually, there was someone who requested this to change, and I haven't done it yet because I haven't added or changed a few ships in a while. So I'm going to leave that on the build bar and change that, and we'll
Constructing
get the
unit.
internet. There we go.
Mauler ready.
Is this a 2 hours? Play the CIS. The CIS is not in Thrawn Revenge. Eventually we will be doing Fall of the Republic, which will have the CIS, but that is not in this build. It's technically a different mod. Is this a 2 hour stream? No. So this stream in particular will only be about an hour. Because was it Porkin's Revenge equation?
Invasion commencing.
There were two Porkin ships. And I'm not sure if one was Revenge and the other was something else, or it's possible two of the names got mixed up or something, but I know there were two Porkin something ships that I coded in relatively close together. I do not know how to do this at the exploit though.
Enemy base shields up.
But yeah, so this stream is only going to be about
Choose
an
your
hour,
Reinforcements.
and then
Heading out.
there's going to be an Ascendancy
On my
community
way,
match in about an hour and a half after it ends. So we're technically doing 2 shorter streams today. The next one's going to be 2 hours, but that's relatively short for an Ascendancy match because sins.
Over there. Can do. Right. Got it.
Turret constructing.
Thanks, Keenan. I honestly don't plan to play Battlefront Commander. It's basically a Unit Edition mod, and that's never really my kind of deal. It doesn't really do much to change the overall gameplay, and
Construction
it's
complete.
basically all ported models too, which
Turret has been sold.
in terms of the actual creation of the mod isn't my favorite thing either.
Construction complete.
Ready. This way.
Proceeding with caution. Channel open. Moving to position. We'll keep our eyes open. Roger that.
Don't pick a Katabi, is that's a vanilla ship.
Moving ahead.
It was re-added in 2.2. It was a vanilla ship.
Yes, Commander.
Jorrit re-added it for the Mandalorians, and I didn't know he did that at the point where I
Moving
made the ship requests. So
Heading
that's why
out,
it wasn't
sir.
on the list of possible options for the patrons.
All out, troops.
Otherwise, if I had known that, it would have
Let's
been.
move out.
I've thought about adding
Let's go.
I've thought about adding it since
going.
I
This way.
found out, since he told me that he did that.
Sensor
But I
node
figured
constructing.
since it hadn't been up there from the start for the patrons, then it wouldn't be fair. So I just, or for the patrons who had already picked their ships,
Construction
then it wouldn't be fair.
complete.
So I just left it off. And then
AT-AT
since
ready.
Jorrit's on the person who requested it was Jorrit, who's on the team. He's the one who put the ship back in the mod.
Over there.
So
Form up.
I just left it at that.
Move out.
Will Thrawn's Revenge be, or Fall of the Republic be Thrawn's Revenge, Fall of the Republic, or just Fall of the Republic? We'll mostly refer to it as Fall of the Republic, but when we
Armored
post the
transport
name,
ready.
or like on the Steam
Acknowledged.
Workshop or anything, we'll probably include Thrawn's Revenge just so people know that it's the same,
Bombing run available.
like that it's from the same team. Let's get a fleet going.
Maximum unit capacity.
I don't know that I disagree about, or that I'd agree about, except the root also. It's the same. It's the vanilla model and texture.
Battalion standing by. Roll out. Deploying. Scanning for enemies.
Will the Republic be coming out in summer 2018 or fall 2018? Well, considering it's already summer,
Initiate sweep.
and we basically just started the mod with
Destination
2.2's
set. We'll
release.
assist
That's
you.
a very optimistic
Target.
timeline you
On my
have
way,
there.
sir. Acknowledged.
Walker moving out.
Ready. We're right with you. Over there.
Mauler ready. Setting course.
Yes, can do.
Sensor node constructing.
We won't know anything about release dates until we're actually closer to release. Like,
Roger
even
that.
with
Form up.
ICW 2.2, we had to move the release date back a couple weeks, and we were far closer to
Time
being
order.
done.
Copy.
So with that kind of thing,
Changing
it's
course.
basically impossible to ever know.
Y-Wing Squadron reporting.
Wait a minute, these are off. No, they're not. They're
Right
pointing
away.
commencing.
Moving out.
Bombing run.
You know if anyone
Target
is working
locked.
on a Sith Air mod? I know there's one out, but it seems abandoned. As far as I know right now, all the KOTOR era mods are not actively in development. I'm not sure where the power structure is. Well, anything like that, Sandra, it would
out
be
troops.
like an engine bug, so it would most likely work in any mod.
Let's move out. I've got them on scopes.
Any thoughts on the recent ATR update? Well, I'm really enjoying the playthrough we're doing right now. The way they've done the build filters seems to be a little bit laggy, and
Awaiting
that's
your orders. Right away.
kind of taken some getting used to, like that
Awaiting
in a lot
orders.
of the UI
Right away.
updates. But overall, like they're doing a lot of interesting stuff.
Ready.
Here's the HP gun, at least. So I'm assuming the what's it called? The power generator is up to the right there. So what I'd like to do
I'm here, sir.
is grab
Ready.
these guys, go over here. Yeah,
Right.
I'll try to give a bit some more of my thoughts on AOTR
Copy.
while we're doing our playthrough in the Black Sun.
Affirmative.
But overall, yeah, really enjoying it.
Got it.
Hey, Director. Revan's Revenge? What's a Revan's Revenge?
Moving out. Heading out. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I may as well send these guys down
Secure
right
kill
away.
zone.
This way.
I'm going to try not to get them into
Reporting in.
the line of fire of this turret. So that's going to be a lot of setting stuff
Course
around this
plotted.
bottom part. I won't do it with the
I copy.
AP
Copy.
and the ATTE, because then it's going to blow up. Now that we are 17 episodes in, anything you want to change or update if you do another community challenge? I've been trying to think about what we'll do with that. It really depends on when we do it, but I think we do probably end up with too many units the way I did it, where everyone could have a space and a ground unit.
Heading out.
What I might end up doing for the next one, next time we do it, because presumably the channel will be a little bit bigger than at least too, is make it so that people request a space and a ground unit. The patrons would get both, but for everyone else, I'd just flip a coin basically, and they'd get either their space or their ground unit. Because we basically aren't in any danger of running out of the space units right now. And of course, I'm not even using the updated AI, or the fully updated AI. So there's a lot of stuff that's that would be just plain harder in the next one, just because of that. But okay, there we go.
In my sights.
I'm not sure
Bombing
if
run available.
there's a turret nearby.
In attack position.
That's the main thing, I think.
Attack.
Because overall, I've really enjoyed the
All
challenge
out.
playthrough.
Right away.
But I do think
Ready to
that
roll.
ever since at least the earlier episodes, we haven't really had that same sense of danger.
Roger that.
Like, there's still the sense of danger for individual units that I might do something
move
stupid
out.
and get them blown up or something. But the
Let's
the
go.
overall chance of the playthrough ending hasn't been anywhere near as high because we do have quite a few units stocked up. We use the same map for next time or make a more difficult map? I'd
Open
make
fire.
a different map at least. I don't know how much more difficult it would be.
Base shield is offline.
I'd probably examine or
Yes, Commander.
make some more specific
Keep
adjustments to
going.
the
Providing
random spawns, or
covering
even
fire.
set up some
This way.
non-random spawns, or change like which factions are present. Because Araidu was technically present, but not actively present, because they only had the one planet.
Targeting at maximum fire.
So maybe have an actual third faction active, so we come up against enemy, like actual enemy factions a bit sooner.
Acknowledged.
Fire
Cannons
support
charged.
ready.
Attack.
Enemy has
Destination.
Oh, so there was literally just the turbo lasers there to worry about. Played that way too safe. Yeah.
planetary control achieved.
And I'm thinking for next time we might stay faction specific,
Assault frigate here.
because we've done this one where it's everything, but we might do just to have something a bit different. We might do it with where there's only one factions unit. So
Unit
it's
in
Warrior's
production.
Wrath,
Constructing
Bantha Wagon,
unit.
Fighter Spam, Falcon's
Constructing
Flight,
unit.
and
Vehicle
Dictator.
in production.
And even just from the number of units that letting people have both space and land units.
Enemy fleet approaching.
Oh, that's okay. What do you got?
Construction complete.
Yeah, I guess the Empire of the Hand's getting desperate, but yeah, just from the number of units that are there, the playthrough has been. I expected it to be a fair amount of upkeep between episodes, like doing a fair amount of coding, but I think I underestimated just how much time I'd spend just working on that. Not even like recording or editing
has
the
been
videos,
spotted.
just the straight up coding the units.
Hypervelocity cannon firing.
Is it possible for this map in faction to be in game? Oh, come on. Are you drunk?
Reinforcements en
Awaiting
route.
orders.
So we're technically this is a modified Greater Maldrude. We gotta try to blow this guy up pretty quickly, or else we're gonna lose
Reinforcements en
that
route.
Raider fire saturation. But yeah, so this is technically a modified Greater Maldrude. So it's not something that's added on top.
Reinforcements en route.
I've been trying to think of whether we'd be able to release it. We might be able to. I've been trying to do it in such a way that we can.
Reinforcements en route.
It probably won't be the exact same. One of the biggest problems with that, being able to release it, I mean, is that with ground units, I've had to make it so they have a lifetime build limit, but not a current build limit, which means you can't. Oh crap! Which means you can get around it. And I'm just gonna.
Assault Brigadier.
That sucks. Here. Yeah, so it means you can get around the build limit by just queuing up everything at once. So I've had to try not to do that, which would make it a lot more exploitable for other people.
Battle imminent.
But what the? Oh, the Empire took Yaga Minor, so those got retreated down here, and then they got auto resolved against the Republic thing, and then they got sent back. That's what happened there. But yeah, so it's a release build wouldn't be perfect, but I think I'll be able to do it. How long will the Ascendancy match later tonight? Asked.
Enemy unit sighted.
It'll go from 3 p.m. till 5 p.m. EST. I can only do it for that long. I'm going
Yes,
out.
Commander.
We're going to
Choose
my
your
sister's house
reinforcements.
for Mother's Day. Oh crap! This probably means it's gonna be broken forever.
Order confirmed. Coming around.
Adamant. Key
Heading
rage.
to destination. Affirmative.
Here we go.
Star
Please don't be
Destroyer
broken
standing
forever.
by. Engaging the enemy.
Invictus.
Reinforcements
Nope.
canceled.
Invictus.
Moving out.
So we're
Navigating
six.
to coordinate. We've got them on scopes. Cruiser standing by. Those torpedo launchers must be destroyed.
Is it possible for the limitations that were imposed in this GC to be put in other GCs in order to make an ultra hard mode? Not without coding
Disable those ion cannons.
different unit variants.
Sir, I...
I've got him.
Draw their fire.
I've got him.
Direct fire on the engine.
Alright, well, the New Republic has had this blockaded for a while.
Eliminating target.
Cruiser responding.
Losing power.
Course set.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
I'm assuming the extra fire arcs will handle that. This one over here.
Yes, Commander.
Changing course to
Awaiting
intercept.
orders.
Stay in formation.
Yeah, some of the ground units got mixed in with some of the fleets down here. I'll have to move She and Ray out of here.
Watch for enemy ships.
Weapons operational.
I have them now.
Ready.
Alright, here we go. Now that that's there, I'm gonna just leave good old Republic.
Assault frigate here.
We'll go back to Svivrin.
Transmission received.
And Ray. I'm gonna put you in with our ground forces.
Receiving location.
We'll send them up to Tatooine. Hold on, I'm gonna show that message. Hope that didn't break anything. Alt tabbing is so risky. Is it possible to get multiplayer GCs? We actually just did a news post talking about when that's going to happen. Basically, we have to code, or we have to use different unit sets for multiplayer GCs.
Assault frigate here.
We're going to try to get the first one in for 2.2.5. And there's a lot of limitations in multiplayer Galactic Conquest and Empire at War that don't exist for single player. So all the features that we've coded in for single player, basically most of them can't be used in multiplayer. So we have to basically design a mod within the mod that doesn't have
Assault frigate
those,
here.
which takes a lot of extra time. Right, so let's go for Agamar and Tatooine. And this is another fleet. So we have 3 fleets here. We might be able to go up to Cernpidal. Cernpidal, however you want to say it. The only code for Star Wars games based on their timeline or just for the quality of it? Like the Empire, Rebels, and other factions had different ship variants that haven't been added. We added common ship variants based on the download and storage of the game. Well, for one thing, from a gameplay perspective, there's no reason to have every ship that was ever mentioned in Star Wars, so we don't aim to do that. That would get super redundant and not that fun. So our end goal isn't to do that, but also it takes time. We make all the ship assets we use, so all the models and skins and all that, and that takes a lot of time, so we prioritize it based on what is most relevant to the story and what roles need to be filled for gameplay, and that's basically how we determine that.
Watch for enemy fighters.
That's the only kind of fact that any access, I think. Yeah, so yeah, the Empire they have is the only one that doesn't have a city. In this playthrough, I think the New Republic is only set to Era 4 as well.
Take out the iron cannons.
It might be set to Era 5, but they haven't built an SSD.
Order confirmed.
The
shield generator.
The Remnant, I think, is set to Era
Is
5
the laser cannons.
and should have access, but whether they decide to build it or not, who knows?
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, Captain Opus,
We're moving
hop
out.
in there. The other factor stuff. But yeah, so as for making other stuff spawn later in the game, we've tried to do some of that stuff with the emergent factions. Of course, their fleets right now are relatively small because we wanted to make sure that the scripts weren't crashing, and now since 2.2.3 it's been a little bit more stable. So and they're all kind of in their own scripts now, so we can more safely add in other other forces to those spawns without worrying about them crashing other stuff. Let's get United and Divided in here.
We shall be there shortly.
I'm on them.
Can you see them from where you are?
And head over.
I'm in range.
Target locked. I'm losing.
So the Spaceballs references are getting auto-filtered by YouTube. I'm trying to approve them when I can, but
Awaiting your
it
orders.
requires alt-tabbing, so at least I'm seeing them. Sorry.
That's it. Scratch one. I've got them in my sights.
Awaiting your command.
Hold on.
Coming back around for another run.
Can't see him.
Alright. Flying away. Okay, you guys can turn around and head in now.
I should be there any moment now.
They're coming in quick.
Go for the ASD. No. Can't bring in party starter. I need to just leave the reinforcement pool open. Alright. Sending you guys up here. I'm gonna get you in here. And I'm gonna pick up a few of these
Construction
little
complete.
straggler fleets.
We're on the move.
Add them in my Aikido.
Head for relocate.
And let's check out what's actually going on over here. We know there's a pretty big fleet in this area. So if we can just cut that off, then I'll be happy. Let's get
Unit
True
in
Chad,
production.
Lance to the Heart, Corey's
Vehicle in
Bane,
production.
Pestilence,
Vehicle
and
in
Small but
production.
Mighty. We'll get Oblivion's
Unit in
Gate,
production.
Plan B,
Constructing
Black Star,
unit.
Pride of Kuwat, We'll get a shipyard. We'll get a shipyard. We'll get
Building
2 HP
started.
guns? No, let's not even do that, because we can just go to Bandamere. What I would like to do, though, is get
Vehicle in production.
some of those.
Vehicle in production.
Was Thrawn revenge like after the Clone Wars, before the Emperor died, and after the Emperor died? Or after the Emperor died? The mod is set
Assault frigate here.
Construction complete.
after
Construction
Endor.
complete.
Wasn't that when the First Order was created? So that's the Disney timeline. The old expanded universe timeline is what the mod follows. So it's not quite the same
Awaiting
thing.
your command.
The First Order doesn't exist in the mod's timeline. Are there V-Wings? The Jedi's worst nightmare.
Invasion commencing.
There are infiltrators. Not our infiltrators yet.
Yes. I'll be there.
Alright.
I understand.
Sensor node constructing.
It seems like such a weird line to say when you just right-click to move somewhere. I understand. Okay, well, I figured you would. I told you to walk.
Construction complete.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
Understood.
If it was an attack order,
I'm going.
Inbound.
On my way.
I'm not sure how the Jedi
right
will do
there.
against this.
May the Force be with me. Right. Don't underestimate me.
Choose your reinforcements.
Order acknowledged. Heading out.
Floaty boat and victory.
Order acknowledged.
I keep forgetting to sell crate 1. Here,
It should be fun.
run.
Got it. I'll help any way I can.
Lancet standing by. Engines activated.
I think the Jedi's projectile damage needs to go up.
Attacking. Receiving orders.
Right.
Aerial artillery
You go
reporting.
help.
Firing.
I'm here.
It's gonna send you up there.
Got it.
Ready
We'll have
for
to keep
orders.
a bit of an eye on you.
Engaging.
But it seems like the lats are gonna be fine. You prefer the NRV wings from the E or the Clone Wars era ones from Revenge of the Sith? Probably the Revenge of the Sith ones over the Rogue Squadron ones.
Let me
I think
help
that's
you.
what the V-Wings are originally from.
I see it. Be right there. Heading there now.
Did you guys kill them? You did.
Ready to
Good
receive
job.
orders.
Alright,
As
so let's
you
fly
wish.
up to the next
can I
little
help
choke
you?
point here.
You can count on me.
Thanks for Relentless Gecko. Appreciate it.
Skywalker here.
Yeah, so for any Twitch subs who haven't yet, you guys are able to get
I'll
the
be
same.
there.
Oh,
I understand.
you guys are able to get some of the
Comlink
same
active.
ship access
Lancet
as the
targeting.
patrons. So basically at the same level.
Squadron moving out. Roger that. Lancet proceeding.
Commander Skywalker reporting.
Okay, let's regroup a little bit.
I'll be there.
Are they flying away? They are flying away. These things kind of make it hard to see sometimes.
Where do you need me?
Form up.
There. Just go under it.
Heading for attack position.
Bombing run available.
Oh, so okay, yeah.
Attack.
So Dark Empire was before then.
Fire. Open fire.
What does
Awaiting
Max tier
orders.
patron and sub get?
Awaiting your signal.
You get something from the max
I
tier on
understand.
Patreon and something from the first tier as well. Otherwise, I'd have to make up some other ship level above, and there's nothing left.
Copy.
It's all assigned
Attack
already.
that target. I copied.
Copy.
Because
Reporting.
Snafu did
Attack
2
the
Lucre
target.
Hulks.
What's the mission?
Lower the flame tank damage and
Secure
ATs.
the landing
Yeah,
zone.
so a lot of ground balance
sir.
is basically entirely changing. So
Command received.
we did some general changes
Right
to
away.
it, just testing certain things for 2.2, but really our focus with 2.2 was a lot more the GC level stuff and some of the space stuff. The ground overhaul stuff is all mostly being focused on at the same time for 2.3 and 2.4. So we're going to be doing a little bit as we go. Like there's some stuff like hard pointing the units so they're
Yes, Commander.
properly and accurate has been done
Moving
for some of the patches since 2.2, but really a lot of the focus there is going to be
Construction
with
complete.
the later
Heading out.
releases.
Transmit the order.
Ready.
Oh god, that's an AA turret.
Destination ahead.
Destroyed.
Oh my god.
Comlink active.
Let's move out.
That wrecked
Initiate
everything.
bombing run.
Let's go.
I was using the lats so they wouldn't just get wrecked by the infiltrator bombs. That should still kill that. Yeah. Fuck. Alright,
Proceeding.
Keep going. This way.
I copy. Understood. I'm going. On my way. Be right there. Yes.
I'm gonna wait. I need a bombing run.
I'm with you. May the force be with me.
Let's just
On my
bring in
way.
trauma
Destination set.
and Stola. Or, yeah. Where is the power generator?
Juggernaut ready.
Get-
Acknowledged. Destination set.
Affirmative, sir.
I'm afraid stuff is going to chase up,
Stay close to me.
and I very much do not want that.
Repair station constructing.
Ready. Proceeding.
Get over here.
Lancet
You can't be
standing
healed.
by.
Reporting.
No, don't chase. Don't chase. There's turbo lasers there.
Aerial artillery reporting.
I'm here. Right. Got it.
Construction complete.
I'll help any way I can.
This is when we need 1990s aggressive stance technology. Just hold position. Don't get baited in.
Sensor node constructing.
Hey, Jacko. Well, at the start of the playthrough, Jacko,
Let me
the
help you.
requests were open to anyone,
Complete.
but when the playthrough started, it just went down
Yes,
to only.
Commander.
See, this. You're stop it, stop it, stop it. After the playthrough started,
Proceeding to target.
it's
On my
only
way, sir.
patrons
Walker moving
and
out.
Twitch subs now. Otherwise, we'd have way too many units instead of just way too many units. Is it possible to get a unit to be prepared? I haven't tried it yet. I think it might be.
Bombing run.
But yeah, any Twitch
available.
subs who want the patron units can just leave a send me a direct message on Twitch, and I add them in from there.
Initiate attack run.
How can I
Initiate
help
bombing
you?
run.
Over there. You got
Ready
it.
for orders. Fire at will.
I'm not even sure what that is. Is that the sand crawler? It is.
Over there.
We'll clear the way for you.
Cut through them.
There.
Engines activated.
Anticipating no
Ready.
problems.
As you wish, General.
Well, you can at least go up to the bridge now,
Skywalker here.
and I'm
I
relatively
see it.
confident
Be
you
right
won't
there.
just immediately die with that.
Heading there now. You can count on me.
I've tried to repair them well in game.
I'll
I
be
haven't tried to mod it so that they can be repaired.
Sensor node constructing.
Commander Skywalker reporting.
What does the Twitch Prime sub get, B tier? It's the same as the settings for Patreon, so anything that a Patreon admiral would get.
Construction complete.
Receiving orders. Ready to receive orders. As you wish.
Armor transport ready. Right away. Moving out. Heading out.
Comlink active. Squadron moving out.
We'll clear the way for you.
Where is our...
Armed and ready.
Yeah, you can get over
On
here,
my
too.
way.
Where do you need me? I
Protagonist.
understand. I'm on it.
This should be fun.
Understood.
Reporting in.
Roger that. Lancet proceeding.
Prepared to assist.
And
Sensor
boom.
node constructing.
No, I think Nebula Star Destroyers are like tier
Armed and
4?
ready.
The second highest or something?
Form up.
Second or third highest. Okay,
Fallout
you're
Let's move out.
not doing
Awaiting
things
your
that I want you
signal.
to do.
I'm going.
Form up. Awaiting orders.
Okay, you can just stay back.
Copy.
You guys can go forward a little
Command
bit more.
received.
Acknowledged.
Right away.
Destination set.
Moving out. Heading out.
Proceeding.
I copy. Destination
I
ahead.
feel like there's gonna be
Reporting.
rocket launchers in here.
Let's move out.
On my way.
Let's go.
Moving out.
Copy.
Awaiting your orders.
Stay back.
Let's go.
You can go forward a little bit. Yeah, Gecko.
Bombing
As a
run
sub, you'd be
available.
able to.
Keep going.
Alright. You should be okay. So we'll just stop here.
Form up. Commencing bombing run. Commence attack run.
And
This
we'll just
way.
we'll walk up, because we know that's gonna die.
We've sighted them. Targets engaged.
There must have been an
Over
infiltrator
there.
in there. What do we got? Those are all...
Yes, sir.
I almost said
going.
As you
pedestrians,
wish.
but they're civilians,
copy.
not pedestrians.
Acknowledged.
Yes, Commander. This way.
Reporting. Destination set.
Where are we going?
Ready. Over there.
There's some Jawas down there.
Yes, sir.
That's all empty. I
Adjusting
guess
computer.
we'll bring down
Course
parkour.
plotted.
And I didn't read those RFT names.
Lancet standing by.
What's the mission? On my way.
They've got to be down here
Be
somewhere.
right there.
This is just a civilian house, I think. Nope, that's a bunker. That's that bunker right there. I thought it was these guys being flagged as civilian houses.
Right.
Generally, if
Got it.
they're down to
I'll
just
help
some
any way
dudes in
I
a bunker,
can.
they'll leave.
Over there. You got it. I see it. Be right there.
But it seems like that is all it
There now.
is.
You can count on me.
Oh.
As easy as bullseyeing womp rats. I'll be there. I understand.
Turret constructing.
Skywalker reporting.
Let's build some turrets.
Construction complete. Bombing run.
I'm on what's strong in Allegiance to a Praetor?
Trans-
Yeah, it's definitely the Praetor.
Awaiting orders. Initiate attack run.
The Praetor is significantly longer.
The enemy has been
Initiate.
It's probably 3 times the volume of a Praetor. So rip, shooty, floaty boat, and victory. They will not live to see our
Planetary
final
control
victory.
achieved.
But yeah, so in terms of absolute power, the Praetor is better in every way, which is also why it's more expensive and costs more pop cap as well. But in terms of like relative, like strength relative to size, the Allegiance puts out a bit more firepower, and the Praetor is more defensive. All right.
Incoming!
So this will likely be the last battle for the episode, because again, we are going to be doing our Ascendancy community match later today.
Choose your reinforcements.
So I'm going to eat
Right
before
away.
that and probably sleep a little bit more, because
Moving out.
I slept for 3 hours last night.
Order
Very tired.
confirmed.
So yeah, that'll be at 3 p.m.,
Reinforcements en route.
which is an hour and a half after this stream ends. This is scary. That is super scary. Oh my god.
Your command, sir.
I don't want to send in the Sovereign because it's pretty vulnerable to all these bombers. Right, all things in the universe go in the back there.
Advancing.
Alicia,
Confirmed.
Flywater,
Right
Big
away.
Box.
Wing squadron reporting. Squadron reporting. Squadron advance.
I'm on them.
Or not even the bombers.
Target
The
is those iron cannons. Take out the iron
the
cannons.
BACs have a lot of
Behind them.
proton damage.
Enemy fighters on me.
Roatina, get in the back and drop some extra
The
fighters for us.
lasers are our
Have
target.
them now. Sir, I'm on them. That's got them.
I'll try and draw their fire.
Direct all fire on the shield generator.
Try to let one on your tail.
That's got them. I've got it.
Our primary target is those iron
I've
cannons.
got it. Frequency open.
Standing by.
Direct fire on the engines.
I can't hold out.
On calamari, Commander.
More enemy craft.
Hold on.
They're coming around.
Intercepting.
Reporting in. Moving to
Closing on
coordinates.
target.
Take out the iron cannons.
We might actually be okay.
Roger that.
Roger that. Attack
Where'd he go?
commencing.
I've got them in my sights.
V-wing here.
Our target priority is the
Okay,
local
Sphere of
labs.
Destiny, go in, hammer on that goal in.
Falling out of formation.
Form up. The lasers are our target.
Hold out.
I'm losing.
Ion cannon firing.
Possibly the Jedi.
Stay in attack formation.
Not in ICW. There's no Jedi Starfighter options.
Destroyer here.
In Fall of the Republic, there'll be Jedi and Starfighters for some stuff.
Destroy the engines.
Betas and Deltas and stuff.
Torpedo launchers must be destroyed.
Increase to full throttle. Stay in attack formation.
Remember the number 10 playthrough? There were 2 Legions called Easy Boost and Tapaka. This is Trapo, I believe, was requested by the same person who had
Copy.
Easy Boost.
Open fire.
It's Admiral Easy.
Crossfire.
And Tupaka is in the playthrough as a Praetor this time.
Copy.
Reporting.
Alright. I think
Star Destroyer standing by.
we're making it alright.
Form up.
Looks
Advancing.
like we made it.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Report ready.
What are you fire? Oh,
Awaiting
there's some
orders.
fighters there. There's some fags
Copy.
there. Anything planned for when you hit 10,000 subs? Nothing specific. I was thinking about maybe doing some kind of AMA, but I don't think there's anything that anyone would like to AM. So maybe that, maybe some sort of other update video. I don't know.
Yes, Commander. Opening fire on the torpedo launchers.
Next episode of Galactic Battlegrounds. That
Awaiting
is
orders. Those
probably
torpedo launchers must be
some
destroyed.
more. Oh, I've already got the AOTR episode for tomorrow
Priority is
recorded.
the laser cannons.
Ion cannon firing.
Oh,
The
you guys are
lasers
jerks.
are our target.
Here, you need to stop, sir.
Awaiting your
I'm
orders.
going too deep.
Enemies in range. Try not to let one on your tail. Confirmed.
Oh, get out of there.
Forward.
Awaiting your command.
No.
Your command, sir.
Yes, sir.
Reporting in.
I copy.
Roger that.
But yeah, so next episode of Galactic Battlegrounds should be tomorrow.
Our target priority is the laser cannons. Ready for command.
Weapons armed. Weapons ready.
Ready for orders.
Sir, I've detected.
Form up.
Commander, they're hitting us.
Destroyer here.
Alexis, that's more of an ask me anything about the mod. This would be
Copy.
more, ideally more YouTube related, or even like me related.
I copy.
And I don't think anyone cares about that stuff, so
Attack that target.
that seems like not the best format for a video. Here, get rid of you.
Reporting. Star Destroyer standing by.
Nowhere to run. Countering resistance.
Where'd those raiders go?
Yes, Commander.
Target
Full
locked.
speed. Fire.
Star Destroyer reporting in. Order confirmed. Yes, Commander. Roger that. Open fire on those laser cannons.
Falling out of formation.
Awaiting orders.
Excellent shot.
Awaiting your orders.
Ready. Moving. Enemies in range. Coming around.
I've got them in my sights.
I can't take another hit like that.
We found a super bug where you paid up fast the enemy ships. That's not really a
Your
bug.
command.
That happens,
Attacking target.
basically, it's like a blockade kind of deal.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
You can do it
The
to enemy
lasers
factions
are
as
our
well.
target.
Any faction, the people who pay for the fleets are whoever owns the planets it's parked over, basically.
Our target
Can stuff
priority is the
actually
laser
get in
cannons.
range instead of having like a pathfinding nightmare go on here?
Choose your reinforcements.
I can't switch position. I'm hit.
The lasers are our target.
They're on me.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
I've got it lined up. Stay in attack.
Seriously, guys.
Enemy fighters on me.
Scratch one.
Roger that.
Swinging
I
around.
copy.
I'm in range.
Our target priority is Form the up. laser cannons.
Locking on. The enemy has got locked. I've got a fix. IPV reporting.
Incoming.
Destroyer here.
Shoot him down.
The lasers are our target. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Got one. Intercepting.
Crossfire.
Maybe for 10k you could do a 24/7 stream of EAW and Sims match.
Eliminating target.
Enemy unit disabled.
Copy.
Hey, the shields are coming back. That's
The
good.
lasers are our
Where'd
target.
he come from?
Fire at
That
will.
would be
I'll try and draw their fire.
interesting. Maybe I could do some sort of GC.
Heading to destination.
24. That could work.
Excellent shot.
Depends what it is. That's the thing with that.
Formation.
Well, I guess I could just say it sometime after,
We're moving
within a
out.
couple days, or maybe like
Reporting.
start at
Targeting.
9,990 and then just go. And
Firing.
I mean, then if we didn't hit
Behind them.
10k
Move out.
within the stream,
Victorious.
that would be awkward. Or my school computer won't let me run EAW or FOC, so I can't play Thrawn. That might be for the best while you're at school, honestly. Okay, so we did lose all things in the universe to Ashes, Fly Swatter, Labistia, and Rohatina, unfortunately. But we do have a bunch of Lancers to code in, so we're not out of Anti-Fighter yet. But yeah, so that is going to... What's my favorite faction in the mod? That is the Empire of the Hand. Yeah, so that is going to do it for today's episode. Your school? Well, I assume when you said school computer, you meant while you're at school. In that case, I'll be able to make an additional ship request if I've already picked around in Space Hero. If you haven't, like, quote unquote, used up your tier, then you can request other stuff. But yeah, so yeah, if you have a question about this specifically, you can just post on the Patreon post, and I'll answer whatever questions there, because then it's easier for me to see what's already in. But anyways, that is going to do it for today's episode. So thanks for watching, everyone. I know it's been a fairly short stream, but we do have that other stream coming up later today, where we're going to be doing the Ascendancy match. Another thing, because this was asked earlier, I was thinking for, I think I talked about it last time too, but actually I might have just talked about it in the Discord. But another thing I'm thinking of doing for future community challenge playthroughs like this is making it exclusively live streamed, because like the idea behind the playthrough is to get people involved, and the streams for this have been really fun, and that does let you guys get a bit more involved in it. So that would work, I think. But yeah, so once again, thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.